I'm Andy.
And Paradise is finally
And we
over.
finally know who ends up together.
Very few people. So let's get right to it. Introducing our last guest. We love him. You love him. He's got tight pants. Corey Pugh of the Ellen Show. Corey Pugh!
Get in here, Corey! Yay! Come on in, come on in.
You guys look at their board.
Saddest
so
board ever.
empty.
It is
There's no one there.
This also is a good, just like documentation of what the season was. Just this, all of these losers and very few
so
winners.
anticlimactic.
Before we get into Paradise, we have got to talk about something that came out last week
Big
that
news,
I have
big
been waiting
news,
to
big
discuss.
news.
They announced the new Bachelor.
Hey! Job
Ari,
security for us.
Ari.
Something else to talk
Ari,
about.
I gotta be honest, I didn't see it coming.
I know,
But
well,
I'm
it
kinda
took
glad you're
me a
here.
minute.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to remember who he was.
Back in the
Yeah.
files.
Well, I will
What
say
season was
this.
he on? Emily Maynard.
Emily Maynard.
And Emily Maynard's season was one of my actual favorite seasons. You guys know I'm an uber fan of all things Bachelor. So I obviously read all the books
Yeah.
that any of these people come out with. Andy's loved, obviously. But Courtney Robertson, who is the villain from...
You read Courtney Robertson's
No,
book?
I was like,
I have it on my
Courtney R?
mantle. It's one of my favorites. She said that he was the best sex she's ever had.
Ooh.
So enjoy your fantasy
Get ready,
suite.
ladies.
But let's talk about Paradise because a lot happened, and by a lot, I mean a
mean,
lot
not-
of people broke up.
Jasmine and Tickle? Real quick. I didn't even remember them being
But
together.
by the way, their breakup was real quick. I think we should just be friends. Me
Yeah,
too.
let's
Great.
go.
All
right, and
great.
we're out.
And we're out.
See ya. Jack, Stone, and Kristen. We have to talk about this for several
Oh.
reasons. Clearly, like the most not on the same page.
He just is into the idea of dating someone. He's
ready.
handsome.
He's ready.
Yeah.
I like that he was like, do you want to leave hand in hand? And she's like, we're acquaintances. And he's like, I know, but hand in
but
hand.
here's the thing,
And she's like,
Scallop.
no, we're acquaintances. And he's like, let me start over. Should we leave hand in hand? And then the best moment, Paradise, I praise you for this. They sent scallops back to
Back to the ocean. Where the
She just went
scallops
back-
belong.
She went back to the ocean, and did you guys see that she got pounded?
Oh, she got
That's
nailed.
the first thing to get nailed in the face.
I was surprised by the Robbie Amanda chat. As soon as she started crying, I was like, oh.
I did not see that coming, and I did not see the D'Lo and Dean conversation coming.
At
Oh,
Because
all.
we
no.
also had seen in tabloids that they may have been dating after the show.
I know.
So I just assumed that he was going to say,
Well,
great.
let's talk about that in a
let's
second
break
because
that
that
down.
was
Yeah,
juicy.
that was great.
Oh my gosh.
This was one where I was like, oh, she's going there. She's going there. She's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
tell him right now.
Yeah.
Dean's like, I'm in love with Kristina, and then Danielle's like, I'm not gonna be that woman that's just gonna like let this happen. He's like, how about then? Why did you call me? And why did we been
Why did
talking?
we
Oh,
get
I
together
love that
right
she called
after.
him out. I love that she called him out.
I will say Danielle
Yeah.
L having a backbone is like, Danielle L, you're my hero of the season, girl. How about Amanda being like, I gave him 20 chances? Like that was
Oh,
a very
jeez.
specific, like,
Oh,
like I
jeez.
feel like she like has that in her diary and she's like, that was chance 20. And so then I was like,
So
okay,
we thought
Dean
that was bad.
Dean looked really bad, but Robbie made him look better because
Yeah.
Robbie looked horrible. And then I was like, well,
Awful.
no one could look worse than Robbie.
And
Please
cue
welcome
Canadian flag.
Canadian bacon, Daniel.
And I didn't like
Lacey.
Lacey the entire season, and then all of a sudden I was like, Lacey, you're my girl. He came to New York to visit, and only
Right,
spent
right.
1 hour,
Spent 1 hour with her.
And then you hear all these things, and
Oh,
you're
that
like,
was so funny.
Oh, it was
She
terrible.
also like I thought
6
look,
days in New York and I get an hour, and then
An
he wants
hour.
me to come to Vancouver?
why don't you,
What? No.
why don't you date Vinny?
This Facebook status.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna say that. She wants me to say that
Facebook?
Facebook.
Facebook.
He was so Canadian too. He's like, I'm not about that.
Yeah, I'm not. Let's talk about one of my favorite couples. I'm so happy for them. I thought they were so cute. My girl Raven and
Yeah.
Adam. They
She
made
she
it.
really committed though.
Then we're back on the live
Oh,
in
this
the,
was
in
too
the
much,
studio, and he's like, "Okay, you guys did it. Please welcome Raven's parents."
Oh, that was awful.
I know.
And then they come
They
out.
came on. They didn't say a word. I don't even think they had mics on.
No, but he was so sweet.
they
He got
did
so
it.
excited, and he gave him such a big hug.
So let's talk about
Yeah.
the big finish. It was so exciting.
Yep.
They kept teasing that there was going to be a proposal, and then we
Yes.
obviously knew it was Taylor and Derek. But I gotta say, even though I knew it was coming,
Yeah.
I still cried.
Yeah,
It was
I was
so
happy.
Sweet.
Made me happy.
was
And I
very
loved
sweet.
it, and I thought it was like perfect, like wording and everything he said. But I had a friend who went to the taping and said that he went on and like
jeez.
talked
Oh,
for
no.
a really long time.
So
Oh,
they
and they had
cut
to
him
trim
down?
it down.
Yeah, and so she said
They
she
made
said,
him look better than he was.
Yeah, but anyway,
us.
it
We gotta
doesn't
help you
matter.
out.
It was
We
still,
got you, Derek.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It was still really sweet. I'm so happy for them.
was sweet.
Can't wait for the wedding. We had Dean,
right.
Kristina, and D'Lo on the Ellen Show. What you guys don't know is that we actually also had them in the cubicle.
That's
Yeah.
right. We had him here.
And
Yeah,
so-
in the cubicle.
In the cubicle. Take a look at us talking to Dean and Kristina and D'Lo.
Here
You're
it
gonna
is.
love
Take
it.
a look.
We're gonna play a game called Truth or Mystery Shot. Here's how it works. We're going to ask you just definitely uncomfortable questions. Now you can either choose to answer it honestly, or if you don't want to, you can take a shot
good.
instead. You might be taking a shot of water,
Or you may
might
not be taking a shot of water.
something else. Fun. If Dean wasn't in Paradise, which contestant would you have pursued?
Ooh, great question.
I think it's obvious.
No. It would have taken me some time, but maybe Matt.
Really? Dean, after watching the show back, which Paradise moment do you regret the most?
I'll take a shot.
Hey. Water
is it?
or?
It's water.
Danielle, have you ever had a sex dream about Chris Harrison?
No.
You
Oh,
sure you
yeah,
want to be
same.
honest?
Yeah, definitely not.
Kristina, who's a better kisser, Dean or Nick?
Ooh, good question.
Dean.
Ooh,
I thought you were
nice
gonna take
answer.
a shot. I guess Nick's not here to defend himself. Actually, he's always waiting outside. Please welcome Nick. Just kidding. Dean, who is a better kisser,
Yeah, give me a shot.
Christina or Danielle?
Yep.
Yeah, that was good.
Jack
that
Stone.
was
You should have said Jack Stone.
Okay,
Danielle.
I'll see you there, bud.
That was vodka.
Danielle, who's a better kisser, Dean or Jack Stone?
Shot.
Let the ladies choose.
I'm like slightly offended.
Dean, can you tell the difference between the twins, Emily and Haley?
Yeah, Emily.
Prove it!
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Haley.
Oh no.
Emily.
For real? Do we have labels?
Emily, Haley.
Wait, what?
It was 50-50.
No.
I had to go for it.
It was one or the other.
To having some happen, but still being friends and having
Almost
fun.
Paradise.
Yes.
H2O.
So thank you so much for being here. A big thanks to all of you for joining us in the Cube. It was so nice of you to come do this. I know it's hard to be around each other, but I hope you guys had fun.
So much fun.
Yes, yes.
Everybody out there, thank you for tuning in. We're going to see you next time. Gotta go. Bye.